Carter, brand partner with PaperPie, and I'd love to show you our new nonfiction, starting with our Lift the Flap First Questions and Answers book. We have Why Is It Dark at Night? And in this one, you're going to learn not only why it's dark at night, but why does it get dark earlier in the winter? So you'll learn a little bit about space, a little bit about the way that our Earth works. Why is the dark sometimes scary? What is the moon? So some very basic astronomy in there as well. And then a more general, why am I afraid? If you have a child that's very fearful, this book will help them to explore those feelings. What does fear feel like? Why does my breathing get quicker? And they'll be lifting all these flaps too. So it'll take kind of the focus off this being a weighty discussion and be a really gentle introduction to helping kids be able to discuss their feelings and their fears. Next up, we have our Usborne Lift the Flap Look Inside Volcanoes and Earthquakes. Your child will learn all about geology, earthquakes, volcanoes, how they affect cities, how they affect underwater, and it has some really fun fold-outs and lots of flaps as well. We also have Lift the Flap Questions and Answers about money. If you're trying to teach your child early about money, and well done if you are, I just started doing a Dave Ramsey thing with my kids not too long ago, and this book has been wonderful because I can explain to them where money comes from, why it's important to manage your money, what's a great deal, what's a bad deal, etc. That conversation can't start too young. Next up, we have questions and answers about germs. No joke, it was another book called What Are Germs that helped my kids finally understand the importance of washing their hands, so I'm indebted to these kinds of books. Lots of really great information here. Also, some scary things, like the fact that on the last page it talks about how when you flush the toilet, germs can spray over 3 feet away. Excuse me while I go talk to my children. Usborne's Stuff Inside Science book, Your Body, is a lot of fun. There's flaps to lift in here, easy introduction to your vital organs, your lungs, your heart, what goes on inside those parts of you in a really colorful, fun, adventurous way. We also have 24 Hours in Antarctica. This one is great for nonfiction fans and graphic novel fans alike. This is a day in the life of a scientist, researcher who lives in Antarctica. It's going to take you through their whole day. You're going to learn about explorers. You'll learn about animals above the water and underneath the water and what the climate is like. So why not go on a fun Antarctic adventure? Next, we have lots of things to know about space. This series is just before our 100 Things to Know About series, which we are huge fans of. As you can see up here, we have all of them. We love these books too. So this is the third one now in our collection, but it's going to talk about everything from the solar system to planet hunters and robot space adventures. So really good introduction into astronomy. Speaking of which, Dr. Maggie is back with Am I Made of Stardust? If you don't have Dr. Maggie's Grand Adventure, you need that one too. But this is going to tell you everything from how big the universe is to what things are made of. How is the universe going to end? How big is the sun? This is one of those books that you don't sit down and read the whole thing, right? But it's great if you give it to your child. They're able to point out the things that interest them, and you can read it a little bit at a time. If you have a reluctant reader, this kind of book is wonderful because they will point out what they want to read. They'll read it. It's not as intimidating with smaller blocks of text. And before they know it, they're going to be learning and enjoying reading as well. We also have Usborne Lift the Flap Mental Math. This one is going to go over everything from what is mental math to fact families and times tables, partitioning, all kinds of different tips and tricks to improve your mental math. Speaking of math, Understanding Mathematics is another fantastic book in our Understanding series, again, which we have all of because it is so wonderful. This will talk about the invention of zero. It'll talk about ancient math. I love these books because they show why math is amazing and why it's mysterious and how it undergirds the universe. I think if I had understood the beauty of math as a child, I probably would not have loved it quite so much. So never too early to start with pumping math. Last thing I'll show you is 365 cool ways to memorize stuff. So just like with the mental math, except it's going to give you tips and tricks on how to memorize just about anything from geography to times tables to shapes right? All kinds of different things. So this book is great to have at the breakfast table. You can learn a new fact together each day. Wonderful way to start the day together as a family.